Good afternoon, everybody. Is it okay that I say afternoon?
Yeah.
I guess they could be doing it at night too, right?
Yeah. Well, good day.
Good day.
Night.
That's it.
Good.
Josh is a bit of a renaissance man, so introducing Josh.
What's up, guys?
And I'm Greg, where I know everything, and he basically drools on knives. So, yes,
That's
please,
fair.
yeah, please, you know
I know
what to do. We'll see. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. You guys know what to do. So for today, we have a little unboxing. And we thought it might be interesting for me to get a knife and for Josh to do the unboxing.
Yeah.
So that way I can get kind of his opinion on it and let him do the unboxing, and I get to sit over here and...
Yeah, because you know what you ordered. You have a reason for ordering it.
Yes.
And you guys are probably a lot like us in the sense that when you order a knife, especially a high-end knife, you've put in your homework. You know what you're ordering. You know why you're ordering it. Because it's a little bit of an investment, let's be honest, to purchase a knife, such as some of the ones we're going to review.
And you probably have a purpose for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, and for some it's just pocket jewelry.
Yeah.
And that's okay. We'll get into some of that as well, and kind of, as you know, Nut and Fancy would say, the second kind of cool, which I think we're going to get a lot into that because that drives a lot of the decisions that we make. But without further ado...
Well, I mean, I'm going to need something to open it up with.
That's true. Do you think we could find a knife anywhere around here?
I don't know.
Let me see. Hatchet?
There's always this guy.
You want to use the saw?
Yeah. So,
Let's put that back without
a
chopping.
little bit of a side note. Let's take a rabbit trail real quick. So, the SOG, Special Observations Group, they make a tomahawk. But their edge on the tomahawks are not fantastic. So, I had Greg completely restructure it, and now it shaves hair. So,
yeah, so it's a reprofiled edge. It's an axe grind, but you can get an axe grind that will definitely pop hair.
I mean, it's
now,
gone through this like butter. I mean,
yeah.
I would hope so. It's tape, but
yeah, you got to get the angle right, but you can see just the depth, and that's a full axe grind with a partial mirror polish toward the edge. So pretty sweet.
I really enjoy Microtech and how they have leveled up their boxes. By trade, I'm a graphic designer, and I appreciate all of the foil stamping that they've done on the box. Obviously 100% American made. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail, and of course, you know, it's your standard Microtech box for everything, but
it feels special.
yeah, well, they've leveled it up from what they used to be. Like, my Troodon didn't come in a box like this.
Well, and you know, when you've got like a cold steel, for instance, you get a very basic, colorful box and a plastic bag, right? You know, it's nice,
pack.
but that's or blister pack. But that's the level that you're buying,
Right.
And so a box is a small thing, but thank you, Microtech, and some of the other brands as we get into it that do this. So carry on.
Yeah. So let's bust up open. Let's bust open. So let's bust into it. All right. So this is Greg's Exocet. You know, your standard Microtech beautiful box, which no secret, I'm loving that. The thing that I've noticed with Microtech is that they don't put a whole lot in the box. You get your, you know, well, this place put their business card in there.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
so give them a shout out real quick, Josh, because
Southern Tactical Blades.
it came quick, and I wanted it quick. But this is where the Microtech game comes into play, guys. The big retailers don't have the product ready as soon, and if you are a big nerd like us and you want it quicker, you might have to go to one of the smaller companies.
Right.
So they did a good job. Came from Georgia. You know, we're in the Nashville area, and so it came quick, and that's really what I wanted. So
you get your standard Microtech product manual. You know, if you've ordered a Microtech before, you've seen this. Honestly, I've never looked at it. It has warranty information and all that stuff. But
yeah, you don't spend much time on it unless you're doing a review, right?
Now, one thing that I do wish Microtech had was stickers. I wish that you got some stickers in it.
Yeah, guys, you got to step that game up. We want some sticker bomb action.
Cool. This has cash in it.
Let's put some fake money in there.
Is it fake?
Well, surely. I mean, you did the box opening.
That's a $100 bill, bro. That's a real $100 bill.
So I fibbed. I definitely put it back in there. I definitely opened this and messed with it. I couldn't resist. So Josh, I take back everything I said. No,
you taped the box back and everything.
I taped it back and everything, but I wanted the $100 bill in there so we get a little bit of reaction out of Josh. But look, that's what it's there for. It's a money clip, and I wanted to throw the money clip in there. And I even put on the Instagram post that Microtech had on the Exocet, this version in particular. I said, and they had a $100 bill in there, probably more, and and I said, look, you know what? You need to do a Marfione custom with a $1,000 bill. And they replied back, hey, we could use some help with those $1,000 bills. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So I kind of got what they were putting down. But I would love to see a Marfione with a $1,000 bill show up on Instagram, Microtech. Make it happen.
So this is the new Exocet Tanto.
This is the new Tanto, yes. I had to have that version.
Loving just the matte black feel of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very similar to, any of the automatics, OTFs that Microtech puts out. I am surprised they don't have a glass breaker on the end of this, but granted, it's a money clip. I don't think many people are going to be smashing glass with a money clip. I mean, you might.
Well, technically, when you open this, it does have a glass breaker in an emergency.
It will still bust glass. I'm 100% sure of it.
It probably would.
So let's pop it open.
That's snappy, Jack.
Oh man, that is so snappy. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What's the steel?
204.
204P. Oh,
yes.
Nice. Very nice. Stonewash.
I'd love the Apocalyptic, but it wasn't available yet.
Well,
and I can't wait for
anything.
Yeah, I can't wait for anything.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. This is super nice. For the price point, I probably would get it. Not opposed to having one at all. Just not something that's like on the forefront of my list, but I would totally own one. I mean, Microtech puts out a very precision product. I'm very proud to own some Microtechs. Man, but I love the utility of having that Tanto. Now, keep in mind, I'm not opposed to the double-edged dagger styles. It just really limits your use. Like, I'm not going to go cut a rope with that because I'm going to slice my finger probably. But this is very nice. I love the width of the blade. Yeah. Light, not heavy at all. Very, very comfortable in the pocket, I think.
Yeah, and when it comes to sort of the utility, that Tanto blade has the second kind of cool. I mean, it's just a nasty grind on there, guys. And when you look at that, turn it up a little bit, Josh. When you look at that grind, look how long and wide that grind is. That is slicey dicey. And it's thin stock, so that means it's a thinner money clip size, almost like a Ridge wallet, that kind of thing. It's got that feel to it. But it's a little bit more serious than that, right? And I love how they milled that middle piece out.
Oh yeah,
and
well that cuts some weight too.
And it does cut some weight. You look, grams count when it is sitting in your pocket. And believe me, like if you slip joint guys out there, and I'm a big slip joint guy, having a heavy knife sitting in the bottom of your pocket actually is not as comfortable, especially if you take a stride, it flops around. So this is very lightweight, very snappy. Great job, Microtech, hitting something kind of niche. And you know what? Look, it's a little bit gangster having an OTF as your money clip. So when I go to, Rick's Cigar Club in town and I trim my cigar, it's going to have the hundos with the Microtech. Look, you got to be flexing, right? And that is what that money clip is for, is to be flexing. So probably the rule of thumb is you got to put more than the retail price of cash in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Rule of thumb. Rule of thumb. As I use my thumb to open this.
There you go. So
Very, very nice.
yeah, thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. And wasn't his preferred sort of purchase for himself, and the priority would be a lot lower for him. But for me, I thought, what's got that second kind of cool. Let's dive into my reasons. We got your first impression.
Yep.
And sorry for shoving an OTF near your jugular. I wasn't going to switch it on. We trust you, Microtech. That Josh is alive today because of your excellence in American design and build quality.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for your precision, so I can keep my life.
That was very rude. I apologize. So with this. You know what? This is a lot of second kind of cool for me, right? So this is my third Microtech, and it was going to be a little bit lower on that list, as I guess most people would be. This may not be your first Microtech because it's only like $30 less than like an LUDT, and you can get into the UTXs, and they're a little bit more functional. But I will say, a little bit more functional from maybe a pocket clip carry kind of a thing, because they're more of a traditional knife like this guy here. And so when you kind of compare it to, what is this again?
Ultratech.
Ultratech, duh. When you compare it to an Ultratech, you know what? It's slim, it's narrow, it has a deep-ish, almost completely deep carry pocket clip. It's just a more traditional carry. This is designed to be a money clip, so it's going to be dangling in your pocket, kind of sitting in.
Well, and the thing about it is it all depends on, where you're carrying it. Greg goes into places where, that's going to fit better for what he is wearing. And so that's more up his alley. Like, I agree with him. I would not own that as my first Microtech. No. Probably not even my second Microtech.
I wouldn't recommend this for anyone to own as their first Microtech. I mean, unless you're into other higher end game, and maybe you're a Pro Tech guy and you've got some of the higher end carry. Like, if this is your first OTF, I would probably move on to something else, because you're going to find yourself carrying it less and in more limited ways, because you're probably not going to want this big old huge pocket clip. Although it's not uncomfortable,
no, it's
but you're
super
not,
light. You're
not going to carry cash, and I'll throw it in my pocket real quick.
It's a great executive knife.
Yeah, I would say if you're going to do an OTF and you're in a, maybe a little bit less liberal environment, perhaps, less mixed company, this is going to be acceptable. So this is kind of the club knife, the cigar club knife for me. And, it's just a knife where if I'm wearing dress pants and I don't want a pocket clip, but I want something thin, look at that profile. I'm going to be able to do that and make a statement. Let's be frank. Making a statement, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
right?
no,
because it's a statement of cool. You know what I mean? There's a reason why you wash your car, right? There's a reason why, you do any number of things that you do, the types of shoes that you buy. So this is a second kind of cool knife for me. I didn't want the dagger like Josh was saying, because the dagger, you're going to forget and you're going to put it over the back of this blade for leverage, and you're going to cut yourself if you're not really aware.
I've done that.
Good point. And so, for me, I love the look of that blade without a doubt. It's definitely aesthetic.
Oh, for sure.
But I like the functionality of this. And because it's a wide blade, what you're going to find is, and this is just a grind thing, a narrow blade is going to have less opportunity for edge, just sharpness. This is so wide and thin. It came from the factory so scary. I actually did some work on my not my LUDT, my Ultratech. Forgive me, I don't even know what my own knives are called. I did my own work on that edge to get it where I wanted it to be, even from the factory. And we'll get into that when we do a review of this as well, and kind of what that means, and kind of how snobby my snob is edge snob. He is not going to be snobby on the edge stuff, right?
No, I like having a sharp edge.
Yes,
but if I want it super pinpoint precision, I just ask.
But he's not judgy. I'm judgy. It comes to edge, I am judgy.
Right.
So that is for sure. But anyway, that's our opinion. That's the review of the Exocet. I highly recommend it for second kind of cool. Probably not as a first OTF purchase, just because you may want something a little bit more utilitarian, right. Something that isn't just a money clip.
It is very low key though. So
yeah, that's true.
If you're thinking about something and you're, where you wear a lot of suits,
don't let my opinion slow you down, right? This would be a front pocket or a jacket. I mean,
it's light.
There's a lot here. I'm probably selling it short. Just because my opinion was not to buy it first. But I gotta tell you, this is also an Instagram beauty.
The only thing about it, I will say, is because it's light and small, it makes it dangerous and easy to lose.
That's a good point.
I wouldn't go traipsing through the woods with this in my pocket.
Certainly never would, and it wouldn't have much function out there. It would be great skinning on it.
Yeah.
It really would.
If you don't
lose it first. Got a little bit of belly if you don't lose it first. So there you go. There is our review and our shameless plug. So please, guys, go down to eBay, get the EDC oil.
We'll put the description or put the link in the description below.
Yes, that. You know what? What's nice about OTFs and the EDC oil is you take it and where they ride, right here, you put just a little bit. Now, regular oil will not really slide behind there because it's too thick, and so you just put a couple of drops right inside and it will make your trigger smoother, and the applicator tip is so thin that you can actually kind of put it behind there and get some oil in there, and it doesn't take much, so you don't have to
and that's why it lasts for so long. I mean, that little tube honestly will probably last, if not a year, almost a year. Really great stuff. I mean, you really can't ask for better oil for that purpose.
No, and it's AMSOIL. It's made in the United States. It's the highest quality oil in the market. I could have gotten something cheaper, but the performance would be lower and it wouldn't last as long. So this is the best, top of the line. I make it myself. And so check it out. Link in description. So.
And it's perfect for EDC. I mean, you can throw that in your pack. If you carry one of those little Maxpedition portfolio books, it goes right in there, perfect. I mean, it's the size of a Sharpie. So.
Yeah, I actually tested this out because of low viscosity. I was a little concerned about maybe it running out or this not being well enough sealed for this type of oil. And I've held them upside down, just set them in the corner of my house for 2 days just to see if anything would leak out. The stopper works and it has a cap, so it's everything you need.
Link in the description below.
Yeah. So tell us what you think. Would you buy an Exocet? I want to know if somebody would buy it first.
Right.
Like come against my argument about not buying it first. I'd like to hear that opinion. I think you brought up some good opinions there too. So
and I think honestly the Tanto is more apt for a first purchase than the Dagger.
100%. So tell us what you think. Comment below.
Yeah.
Remember, like and subscribe. Keep your blade sharp and your mind sharper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That way you can have good conversation with conversational pieces like this. And it's all about that. It's all about evangelizing people, especially young men, on using tools and being a purveyor of tools yourself. So thank you guys. Appreciate your viewership.
As always, guys, stay sharp and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.